Are you confused not knowing which guns to pick up this season? And if you are, this video will apply to you. I was as well, but now I use these really strong competitive grade loadouts that got me to elite. In this video, I've got the best loadouts for each person in a solo, duo, and trio. These loadouts will help you climb to the top of the ranked leaderboard in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. But first, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button to join our community as we go towards 2,000 subs. Now let's jump in. First off is solos, and in solos I've picked the most well-rounded loadout for every scenario, as in solos you only have to rely on yourself to win fights. The Warforged Assault Rifle has really good range and spray potential, and it's probably the most balanced gun in this loadout. The next gun in this loadout is the Gatekeeper Shotgun, and the reason I've put this here over the Hammer Pump and the Auto, well, it's really just over the Hammer Pump because I don't really think the Auto compares to the other shotguns right now. The Gatekeeper shoots quicker. It has very good damage, and the reload isn't actually that long. They are pretty common as well, but they have a wider spread over the Hammer Pump, so you don't have to have Jesus level aim to hit a shot. The third item in this loadout is shockwaves, and the reason I put shockwaves over wings in solos is because if you're using wings in solos, people are going to target you because you're basically a sitting duck in the air, and you can carry 6 shockwaves and they get you a really good distance away from people, or 2 people if you're sprinting and using them. And honestly, they're really easy to come by. You find them pretty much everywhere. Now the next 2 slots are going to be your heals, medkits and big pots. Medkits are easy just to box up and pop, as since chapter 5 came out you can use them and they heal you over time, not just after a certain period, which is good. And it could go either way, big pots or minis, it depends which one you find more, but either way you have to have some form of white heals and some form of blue heals. Minis are really good just because they're quick and easy to find, and they're quick and easy to use when you only have a couple of seconds in a fight, because your teammate can't really cover for you in solos because you don't have one. So that's why I think the loadout with the Warforged Assault Rifle, Gatekeeper Shotgun, Shockwaves, Medkits, and Shield is the best solo loadout for Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. Okay, now moving on to duos loadouts. So for my first loadout, this loadout's based on a mid to close range action, so you'd want to use the Harbinger SMG, the Gatekeeper Shotgun, the Reaper Sniper Rifle.
What's a Reaper Sniper Rifle?
Minis and big pots. If you're choosing this loadout, you have to expect to be doing most of the fighting and engaging fights. The reason I've picked this SMG is it isn't slow and it lets you do lots of damage with a consistent spray to apply pressure, which the Thunderburst does apply good pressure, but it's always in a burst, so you can counter it pretty easily if you time the shots right. The Gatekeeper Shotgun I've chosen again just because it shoots really fast, and if you're in someone's face you can pretty much hold it down and it will shoot, space, shoot, space, shoot. The sniper is a really good thing to carry as well because you can use it in pretty much whatever range you want this season, as it's always good to engage a fight, and if you deal a good 110 damage, that's over half the health gone, so I feel like this is a really good thing if you pick it up. And both shields are really easy to find, so it's best, and your teammate carries medkits as well, so you can carry shields because they're the quickest to pop out of everything, and if you're low on white heals, your teammate can just chuck you a medkit and you can try use that. My next loadout for duos is the Warforged Assault Rifle, the Hammer Pump, Zeus Bolt, Big Pots and Med. Whoever uses this loadout will be playing from afar and looking for people to fight whilst also staying with the fighter of the team. You'll mainly be applying pressure while also staying with your teammate, which is really important. You have to stay with your teammate. Just because you have ranged guns doesn't mean you have to sit at the bottom of the fight and let the fighter 1v2. You have good weapons to apply pressure and help win fights, so make sure you're with your teammate doing just as much as them. The only time you want to space yourself out from your teammate is when you're using the Zeus Bolt, as in this clip here you can see me using it with my teammate as I am just spaced out and I'm just shooting at the enemy as it's bleeding through his box. So this is a really good thing. This might change in the next update that's coming out today, but we don't actually know. And as for your 2 primary weapons, they'll both be good for box fighting, mid-range pressure, and anything else you pretty much need it for. It's a really well-rounded loadout. As for your heals, like I said before, this is the loadout with medkits and some extra shield for yourself as well. Okay, moving on to trios. All the guns selected in these loadouts, especially in the team game modes, are really strong due to that they're not the same guns for every person and they vary up quite a bit, so it's going to be easy to find a particular gun based on everyone needing different guns rather than you all fighting over the same shotgun. Okay, for my first trios loadout, it's the Thunderburst SMG, the Hammer Pump Shotgun, Reaper Sniper Rifle, Minis and Big Pots. The reason I put the Thunderburst in here is the Thunderburst has great range and it can act as like an assault rifle to do initial damage before your enemy comes to you, which is why I choose it over the other SMG since you have no assault rifle. I used this exact loadout last season in every solo cup and in every ranked game, and it was one of the best loadouts I've used. But with all the new items this season, it fits even better in a team setting for using against wings or the Zeus bolts or anything where you can sit still in the air, so it counters that pretty well. The next loadout has the Warforged AR, the Hammer Pump, Shockwaves, Big Pots and Medkits. You'll mainly be trying to help the fighter out as overall fighting as Shockwaves are the best to engage and help the fighter of the team out. Both of these guns I had in my duos loadout for box fighting, so you'd probably want to use that in that sense to help your teammate box fight and just overall help your teammate in a build fight. My final loadout for trios is the Thunderburst or the Harbinger SMG, it's whichever one you prefer, and then another choice one which is the Auto Shotgun or the Gatekeeper Shotgun. The reason I've put an AUR for both of these things is because you're going to be getting in people's faces if you're using this loadout. An auto shotgun and a Thunderburst SMG, if you jump in someone's face inside of their box, 1, they're going to panic, 2, you're going to be able to kill them because they just have such high spray weapons, and you'll have shockwaves just to jump on people. And this is why you have your 2 teammates with these other good loadouts backing you up. You're going to be the one getting the most kills in the team, as long as you're confident at fighting and you're constantly going for kills. The Harbinger SMG is good as well because you can spray through the box and it's amazing for pressure. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully some of these loadouts do help you in the future for competitive, as there's so many good tournaments coming up for this season. Like and sub, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.